all I can say is they don't have any trouble getting people to volunteer for combat. It seems that they're filling all their goals. They got the all-volunteer force. When we were in Vietnam, they still had the draft.
Right.
So people were forced into it. Maybe not against their will, but they were grabbed and brought into the service. These guys, they want to serve the country.
Yeah, they do.
And they want to do something, and they don't deserve what they're going to get after the combat's over with. Their combat, they really don't.
They're to be admired for standing up for something that they believe in.
Yeah. And
the aftermath, that painful aftermath, and you can tell them all day long what's going to happen, but their ideals are so great.
Yeah.
I mean, we've raised good kids.
Yeah. I don't know how it was for you though. That's the way I felt. God, country, and Corps.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like the guys that came marching home from World War II in ticker tape parades. I mean, we were bred for that.
Yeah.
Being young men, somewhere along the way, somebody's always told us, you've got to do something for your country. You've got to fight for your country, put your life on your line. I love America, even today, with all of its problems.
Same here.
And so I think today's generation is just like us. They'll want to do something for their country, but they don't deserve the aftermath. And we've got to help these guys.
We do. We do indeed.
Nobody talks about the suicide rate. You never hear any real discussion about it. And I'm saying, I was bad. I was really bad, and I was really hurt. But I loved my family so much, I wasn't going to end my life. I would continue to struggle. And now, I don't have to struggle anymore. And it's beautiful. I'll tell you, life is beautiful for me. It really is.
Yeah, things have changed for me as well. I'll tell you that. I can feel it, and other people see it. And I'm just going to continue to work towards finding happiness and joy and helping my young guys coming back.
Yeah. I think each one of us has made a pledge to want to reach out and help somebody else. It's in our hearts.
Yeah.
And
no man left behind.
It's like a compulsion,
Right.
Yeah. So maybe I'm hoping ACVAL continues to talk to these young guys. And even if they don't feel it now, at least plant a seed to tell them where to go for help when it hits you.
Right.
Because it's going to hit them. I can't imagine anybody coming back that was in the thick of combat, that saw the death and the misery, that they could walk free and never feel any form of stress. Can you imagine it?
No, absolutely not.
Because it's so alien to the human nature.
Yeah.
Unless he's a sociopath.
He'd have to be. Yeah, then you could care less. I mean, he's going to be that way anyway.
Yeah.
No, any of us that had any kind of humanity or sensitive to life at all, any compassion. But you lose a lot of that with PTSD.
Yeah.
And you want that back. That's a gift. It's such a gift. And I guess that's what we're talking about, this new gift.
Yeah. I'm afraid. Maybe I'm a little bit afraid sometimes when I come across somebody at a reunion that we went to, for example, recently, and somebody is really in trouble, beating on their wife or something like that. I'm a little bit hesitant to encourage them to sit down and work with them like you've been working with people. Maybe because I don't have a handle on it, but I want it. My heart goes out to them because I understand what they're going through.
I felt just the way you did, and still do. I mean, I'm doing it, and it's just me. Because you're so good. You're so great and I've been with so many different debriefings and how you talk to these guys, and they just look up to you like nobody's business, and they should. So just that alone,
Well, part of that is because I uncap all of these memories when I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
I tell them the worst things that drive me absolutely nuts, and after the briefing is over, I'm out of there. I'm gone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm totally messed up. And it takes me 3-4 days to try to tuck it away a little bit.
Right.
Well, now I can do it with more clarity and without the after effect, you know, now that I use the system.
I can hardly wait for our next debriefing so we can talk about it, so we can open up to them. And here again, I think it's going to be, you know, and I know that we both have our own way of discussing, you know,
all
PTSD.
of the times that we've briefed before this, we've talked about it, the ugliness of it. And what if we said, for a solution, you got to talk to somebody. You got to go see a psychiatrist. You got to go to VA. But we never had anything that we really believed in.
Right.
Because none of all of these things that we're giving them, the tools that we're giving them, never work for us. So at least now we can talk with better reality, something that we can give
With a
them
little more honesty.
honesty and a better solution.
And a better
Really.
solution, yeah.
After giving them the incidents that drove me absolutely nuts again, and all of the hate and anger and all of that, and telling them what it did to me, then I can add a third phase now. I can say, and then I found something.
Right.
We found something that was a solution that could segregate the incident from all of this stress, and we want to offer it to you. You know, that's a different degree.
Yeah, it is.
Going further, a step
It'll-
further. The
it'll be
most
a-
important part.
Yeah.
You know.
Very important. Rather than just say, look, this is what you're going to go through. Good luck. Here's some things you can try.
Yeah.
We tried it. But at least now we have something, some hope.
Yeah, we do. We're on solid ground.
Exactly.
So I've got to get to the point now where over the phone or something else I can reach my combat teammates that have survived so far, and somehow get this to them. I don't know if you can do it over the phone. Barbara said you can do it over the phone.
I'm doing it over the phone.
Are you?
Yeah, some guy in Texas, I've talked to him 3 times, and twice I did the process. He's having nightmares. I said, okay, do you want a good night's sleep tonight? Yeah, okay, let's do this. Over the phone.
Over the phone. And it worked.
And it worked, and I said, call me tomorrow, right before you go to bed. And I'm telling you what, the guy called, and he was joyful. And he'd been drinking the night before, Colonel. And I didn't say much about it. You know that there's we self-medicate. That's just one of the problems that arises in how you try and get rid of your nightmares is you self-medicate. Called me the next night and he goes, I haven't been drinking tonight, he said. And I didn't make a big deal of it.
Yeah.
But that's what he told me, and I said, okay. And he goes, well, what are we going to work on tonight? Okay. He'd said that he'd been angry that day. It was something about his boss, something. I mean, I was listening, but I really didn't get the details. I go, so I did the muscle test, which I don't know how I do that, but it seems to be working. And I did anger, and I did some other ones, but anger kept coming up. I said, how about, what happened today? You want to bring that in? This was last night. He's, yeah, and he was anxious. He was, yes, you know, yeah, let's do that one. And so I just walked him through it, and I just, at the very end, you know, I said, I get a good night's sleep, because you're deserving of at least that.
That's great.
Yeah. And I think he's going to call me every night.
How's your phone bill?
Yeah. I'm going to have to have Great Life Technologies paying my cell phone bill here pretty soon. No, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
The thing to me is, what more can you do to warm your heart, to feel so good, than to reach out and help somebody in need?
Yeah.
I mean, Barbara and Tom must really feel good. The number of people that they've helped, you know, they've made happy. You know.
Well, they smile a lot.
Yeah.
Notice that.
Maybe they know some jokes, we don't know. Yeah. But really, what you've done is really important, and I'm going to try it.
Give it a shot, because people respect you, and you know, and you've been there.